Hey everybody, happy Thursday. It is I, your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend, Joe Seavey. Again, happy Thursday, guys. And Thursdays are part of our creative writing series that we do. And the topic for Thursday's creative writing class is called Picture This. Picture This is when I give you guys an artistic, a photograph, an image, a painting. I've done so many different ones, even like, calendar, photographs, beautiful, imagery, whatever it is. A lot of times, and then what I expect you guys to do is write a chorus based on the image that you're looking at. So when I give you an image, the result of the assignment is I want you guys to write a chorus or what could be a chorus for a song. Okay. And some of you guys, even if you, just write, something poetic based on the picture, and it's got to rhyme. That's one requirement. It's got to rhyme. And it's got to tell some sort of a story. That's really it. There's no rules other than that. I mean, what you see in the picture that I give you is entirely up to you. It could be a picture of an umbrella and it makes you think of your mom, because your mom would always yell at you before you go outside to bring an umbrella. So every time you see an umbrella now, it conjures up images of your mom, and that's fine. So you could write, so that's the part that's entirely up to you. Okay. The only rules here are, it's got to rhyme. It's got to tell a story and make sense. You can't just rhyme to rhyme. You have to tell some sort of a story. And then the other thing is, why do we do this? Well, why wouldn't we do this? I mean, it's incredible that we look at a still image and we're creating a backstory, or we're creating, lyrical imagery based on what we're looking at. There's nothing wrong about that whatsoever. In fact, that's it's great for just, sharpening your skills as a songwriter. And sometimes it forces you to be creative. Sometimes you need some fuel to further fuel your creativity. Maybe you're not feeling very creative that day, but if you look at something, then it starts getting your gears turning, and then you start thinking of stuff, but like I said last night, even with the ghostwriting class, this is very important. This assignment is something I want you to do by yourself in a room by yourself. Okay. Not using your phone unless you're using your phone for research for this. Okay. I don't want you on your phone. This isn't some exercise you can do while you're balancing your checkbook, or, doing your taxes, or, Facebook messaging your friends. I want you to study the images that I give you and really, really study it. So when you're watching this video later, I want you to pause it on the picture, because I don't hold the picture long enough. So you guys should pause the picture or take a picture of the picture with your phone if you're watching on your laptop or whatever. And then you can look at it as long as you want, and then you can write down what you see. So, that's one of the many benefits of why we do this, right? Is because you're creating a history to something that you're only taking a glance at. But it forces you to go way in here inside your imagination and create a whole story based on just a picture, frozen image, I have written songs when I see movies. Movies inspire me. That's one of the things. A movie can inspire you. Another song can inspire you. But images, for me, they really just they just set me off with my creativity and my imagination. So again, I think you should be in a room by yourself, and I want you to just stare out at that picture. And stare at it until you start to go into a daydream. And then when you get out of that daydream, think about what you were going through in the daydream. Maybe it relates to the picture. Maybe you're just tired. You just looked at it and you started thinking about something else. But I want you to look at the picture and look at it so long that you start to kind of go into a daydream. Okay? And really, and write down, take your pad, write down everything that that picture makes you feel. Look at some of the things in the picture and then write down what you think the picture's saying. And don't worry about it rhyming in the beginning, but look at it first and see what it makes you think about. Okay? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you the image. So here we go. Here's the image. Okay, now you saw the image, right? So it's like, two heads. Inside there's like a spool of thread and with a question mark. And there's like, I guess the woman, she's got an exclamation point in her mind. And the guy one, where I think it's the guy one, there's a question mark. And there's words coming out of her mouth. You don't see words, just like, that wave look thing. And he looks confused. Okay, so now you could go anywhere with that, right? I mean, it's not like, it's so open to interpretation. There's a million different ways you could take that, looking at that image, right? Well, my take on it was, I went, how I go. I go way up in my brain and I really go off on a tangent and I go into a daydream. It's almost like a little movie in my head. When I go up there, I go really good and come up with a whole kind of scenario based on what I'm looking at. And so I'm going to read you now what I wrote, my words, based on that, okay? So I wrote down some ideas first. I went, okay, she's speaking, or that head is speaking, and this head is confused by what the other one is saying, okay? So the first thought I wrote down was, because if this is what it looked like to me, a lack of communication. Okay. So I started thinking about that, if two people are yelling, no one's listening, right? When you're having an argument with somebody, you're just worried about getting your part out. And they're doing the same thing. Meanwhile, everyone's yelling, but no one's listening. And so I went in my mind and I came up with this whole thing. And of course, songs have to deal with, real life issues. And so in this scenario, I thought it would be like a bad relationship, right? And, based on things that have happened in my life, you can only go by things that really happened in your own life, right? So, and I've had things where, you're not compatible anymore with somebody that you were once at one point in your life. So this is what I wrote. I wrote, here we are, 10 years have gone out the window, baby. Standing in the same position can make you crazy. I don't want to be the one to hold you back. No limitations. Nobody's listening. Lack of communication. Right? So, that's what I wrote for it, I was just thinking, some people, they stay in the same place. They don't grow. They don't, so that's what I thought, here we are, 10 years have gone out the window, baby. Standing in the same position can make you crazy. And I don't want to be the one to hold you back, no limitations. Nobody's listening. Lack of communication. And I don't know, that's what that picture said to me. I was imagining, knowing that this relationship's kind of going nowhere. And if I'm holding you back, then I don't want to hold you back. If you're not happy, we're definitely suffering from a lack of communication. So that's what I wrote for this. Well, guys, that is all the time we have for tonight. So I can't wait to see what you guys wrote for this photograph. All right, guys, so until tomorrow, this is your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend Joe Sebi signing off. I love you guys. I miss you. Be safe. And I will see you guys tomorrow because we're going to write a melody for this bad boy. All right, guys. Peace.